The Spotlight, a content complex TV series. In coordination with Chaz, Moody Media, and a Thumbprint Productions. The Spotlight. I'm your host, Authentic John Doe.
Thank you for tuning in today. We at the Content Complex TV. This first segment is called The Spotlight. The first person I'm going to introduce you to is Jerel Wilson for My Kidz, located here in Baltimore, 2036 North Avenue. It's a foundation, but I ain't gonna do too much talking. We're gonna go ahead and get into the spotlight, introduce you to Jerel.
Pleasure. Thank you, man. Thank you. It's an honor and a pleasure to be here. I'm Jerel Wilson, CEO and founder of For My Kidz Inc, located in West Baltimore, Maryland, 2036 West North Avenue. And what we do here is a variety of different things with human resources and empowering our communities, from housing to job workforce development to mentorship to after-school programming to just being a safe haven for our communities.
Cool. How long have you been doing this?
Since 2006. 2006 when I got the company LLC franchise. Yeah.
So where you grew up at?
I grew up in a lot of different places. My mother moved every year. A couple years in East Baltimore, a lot of years in West Baltimore. Then I finished my life in Randallstown. Like I got to high school. When I got to high school, I grew up over Randallstown.
So you grew up with both your parents?
No, never had my father involved. I seen my father a couple times throughout that, being a kid and just being a adult. I think I seen him twice. Graduated from high school and then graduated from middle school.
Was that something in your life that made you want to make some of the decisions that you're doing now?
No, I never really looked at it as a deterrence or a motivation. It's just something that didn't never bother me. Never even seeing it as the obstacle.
So what did you want to do when you got older? From that time?
Oh yeah, I wanted to be a criminal law lawyer. Yeah, a lot of my guys are getting locked up and in trouble. So I wanted to kind of represent them and support them. So I actually went to school for criminal justice and criminal law at Southern University to pursue that endeavor.
What happened with that?
Just came home early, man. Distractions. Played a little basketball in college, studied psychology, studied criminal law. Came home early. I got some phone calls. My grandmother had breast cancer. My little cousin Levi kept getting locked up and in trouble when he was 13. So I was just kind of immature, I guess. I just made a decision to come home and kind of look out for them versus to do what I said I wanted to do, was complete and play basketball. So I left my sophomore year.
So basketball was your thing?
Yeah, basketball was my thing.
Yeah, I heard you was pretty nice with that.
That was okay. It was okay. I don't know, it was okay, you know. Not to get a scholarship.
Right. Couldn't go to the NBA? Thought you made? I think you did.
I don't know, man. I damn sure would have tried. You know what I'm saying?
It was cool.
Yeah, I would have tried, though.
So since we were talking about your childhood, I want to know who were some of the people that may have inspired you when you were younger? It don't necessarily have to be in this field, but who gave you inspiration?
So, the dope dealers. I wanted to be fresh. I wanted to be able to control my environment. So I know a couple guys that I grew up watching them. And it's kind of sad, but they gave me the motivation to be positive, even though they were drug dealers, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
because the drug dealers growing up was the leaders of our community. So we wanted to have the cars, we wanted to have the clothes. So I'm looking up to them like, yeah, I'm gonna get it. But I already knew I was gonna get it in a whole different direction. I knew I wasn't a drug dealer, but I knew I was a hustler.
Right. Maybe you had to find a way to get some money.
Yeah, of course.
That's what's up. Let me see. You covered most of the stuff that I wanted to ask you, but I do have some particular questions I want to ask you real quick. Since you was talking about that, as far as watching the drug dealers come up, the negativity, how it changed it to make you want to do positive things in your life, that made you want to change.
Yeah, man. Trying things out, trying to be a part of the in crowd. Yeah, I want to hustle now. being out there right before I went to college, I was trying to be on the block, and a guy that I grew up with thought I was somebody else and almost killed me. So that kind of like redirected my focus. Being outside, being around people that I didn't really have my back or couldn't trust. So it was like I was kind of playing both sides. Like, do I really want to be that person or that person? And that kind of like turned my whole thought process around. I definitely don't want to be that person. Mm-hmm. That person not going to really benefit off of like jail or death.
Right.
So that's when I really got focused. Like, all right, cool. I know where my focus is now. You know, it kind of like changed my life. You know, when you looking at the barrel of a gun, and somebody trying to rob you or do something to you because they mistaking you for something else, it's like, I wasn't supposed to be out anyway. I was supposed to be in college. You know what I mean? Like, what am I doing out here? Grandmother called. You know, it's just crazy, man. I'm like, I can't be in statistics. I can't have people reading about me because I chose to sell some drugs.
That
like,
change your life.
Yeah,
plus the
man.
death moment of scared make you change. Anybody.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I would hope so. Some guys don't take heed to the signs though. They go right back. I just knew that was my sign.
Right.
Prospecting, Duke, Poplar Grove. See y'all.
It's good you ain't succumb to the peer pressures.
Yeah.
You know a lot of people that make it.
Yeah, man. We know a lot.
Definitely. It's understood. You know, talking about you, I do want to ask you something particular. And I'm going to ask some of the other people that are going to be involved in this program. If you could describe yourself, one word, how would you describe it?
Consistent.
Consistent? Why?
Because everything I do, I'm consistent in what I do. That's it.
Good answer. All right. Let me see. Well, at this point, I did look at the website,
Yes.
and I seen that since you was partnered with the Carpenter House
Yeah.
at the beginning, and you wanted to come out as far as now, it's a non-profit organization, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So how do you make money to support the building and maybe do some of the activities that you're doing for the children?
How I operate, me per se, have a following that I created, which I provide services. And in them services, I outsource my services to different companies that in return give me a fee for outsourcing my services to the individuals. So I'll give you an example. If you came into this organization and needed some services that I couldn't assist you with, I would call another organization, a referral base. I would send you to them to get whatever they need, and then if they could benefit off of you as far as making any type of money, then they would give me a kickback. So I've done that for numerous individuals over the years. I haven't got grants. I haven't got people to say, here go the program. I had to figure out something. That's something you probably never heard of before.
Well,
it takes a lot of planning. It takes a lot of strategic partnerships, relationships, because people got to believe in you to be able to say, I'm going to send you somewhere else to get help.
Right.
So that's how I generate my income. I got 7 employees. They're downstairs currently. I pay them every 2 weeks. It's not easy at all. Stressful at times. But, you know, I already know, you know, that comes with being a CEO. That comes with being a boss. That comes with being a leader. You know, it comes with being the person in charge.
So like the sponsored events, I know you said you got a turkey drive coming up,
Yes, sir.
giveaway. What about the job training? I heard about workforce training.
So, like, throw another scenario. If an individual come and needs certain trainings, first things first, we would line them up, sit them down, go through his background, see what they got, see what entails of his skill set. And then we would sit that individual to one of the ladies. They would assist him or her with whatever direction they want to go. Then after that, we do an assessment. And after assessment, I then say he or she needs to go there for training. After the training, then we try to hook them to the job coach. After the job coach is identifying jobs for them. Throughout that process, they will come here in the building downstairs and we'll go online to follow up. Right. Hey, so-and-so, where's my email? Do I have a job? And then the system continues on until that person gets a job. Then when that person gets a job, we still have a case manager. Shannon, you doing good? You focused? How the job going?
Right.
Well, I also need the housing. Okay, come on back in. It's a wraparound service, and it's a continuing effect because we continue to keep engagement with our people to make sure they
Right. So you build that relationship up.
Yeah, you have to, man.
Preferences. That's good.
Because what we do is we can tell somebody all day what you should be doing and then keep it moving.
Correct.
But what we can tell them what you should be doing and then show them how to do it and then follow up with them, that's why the database and the clientele is relatively a family-oriented culture, and people respect it because we just don't forget. You got people that, I ain't talked to them in months. Oh, yeah, but they don't answer the phone. Oh, yeah, but they not around.
Right. But you got to nurture that moment and make sure you stay with your hands on. I think that's very important. And the reason why I asked you that question is a lot of people don't know that. They don't know how to make the moves. They have vision, they have the ideas, but it's the in-between stuff that they may need to know. So that's why I wanted to ask you how you make the money.
And the passion.
Yeah.
You know, that passion will exceed, because some people like fall short when they get the distractions, and they fall short when they get like a stop sign right there or a stumbling block. I'm like, man, you know, for me, like I done put in like 15, 20 grants. Just got my first one, you know, maybe a month ago. Supplied 30 people with 30 housing units, $500,000. You know, it's crazy because at first it was $730,000. And they sent me an email, we chopped it up $530. I said, y'all just want to see my stats. Y'all want to see what I can do. It's cool. I don't have a problem with it. Yeah, I don't have a problem with it. I was never getting anything anyway. So, you know, and it's kind of ironic because at the end of the day, they say greater later and cream rise to the top. So I was always wondering, when am I ever going to get a grant? What do I got to do to get a grant?
What I got to do to get it?
Like, you know, I've been doing this for a long time, man. Like, I got people that I see, organizations, and they just, I'm like, who did they help? Is anybody in college? Anybody got a job? I'm talking about the essentials in life. Job, housing, food. You know what I'm saying? People can help. People can help a lot of people do some things. But what we do here is them three things are special to us. You know, it's kind of hard to house a person. People got bad credit. People ain't making a certain amount. People don't give a person a chance because their history of renting is terrible. Yeah. Come on, man. Come on through. We make some phone calls for you. Got real estate people that own blocks, and I just be sending them there. Some people don't have to go deposit. They ain't even turned any rent yet because they don't get paid. But it's the relationship. Right. I know if you had 10 houses, and because of what I do, you will house my people. Yeah. Same thing. Right. Life about relationships and resources.
That's great to know. Well, that's knowledge a lot of kids need to know. It's good that you're doing what you're doing.
Thank you.
And I believe in you. That's why I'm actually here. We want to talk a little bit more about the business.
Okay.
When we start the interview, through the transition. Also, I see that you say you promote them mentally,
yes,
not just with the resources that you offer. So what's some of the points that you actually pushed you in the program, like self-motivation?
Well, conflict resolution.
Yeah. But I mean, how do you break it?
Because we do workshops.
Okay.
We do steps, we do scenarios. We bring guest speakers in. We bring people in that you can identify that have been through something. That you can say, okay, I know what that looks like. And we also give examples of. So if I show you something, I also show you what that looks like when it happened. So a lot of people are fickle. A lot of people understand what they see. They don't know nothing about our history. They don't know about what we went through to get to where we at. So you got to show them what we went through. So a lot of our thing right now is trauma informed. Everybody's dealing with trauma. How do we rehab the trauma? We bring them in. People don't like groups. Some people do, some people don't. You got to meet people at their needs. You got to get them attention to the mental. Trauma-informed conflict resolution, priority solving. Communication is the key, man. How many times you got issues with somebody you can't communicate with? All you have to do is pick up the phone.
Mm-hmm. That's all the problem.
And we still do it to this day as adults.
Right.
I don't feel like talking to them. I don't. No.
How you gonna resolve a problem?
You can't if you don't communicate. Right. So we get into a barrier. Either we behind, denial, owe somebody something. They got to be financially. Yeah. You owe somebody something to answer. But we don't want to communicate that. We rather it go untouched, and then it becomes a barrier or an issue. And now you got an attitude with it. Right. And that's how we got other stuff. People died over hundreds of dollars of just miscommunication. Yeah. Well, all you had to do was call. I'll give you an example. There's a kid in the program. This is off the subject, right? The kid in the program is having issues with another kid about a young lady. So they back and forth on the gram. I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that to you. The whole time, the kid trying to be tough, he not even messing with the girl no more. But he's still just being tough because the kid coming at him tough. Man, she mine, whatever. He sneaks in the kid's house, shoots him. The whole time, he shoots the kid, like he climbs in his kid's window on South Baltimore, shoots the kid, thinking he's in there with the other girl that he's in there with a whole nother different girl, shoots both of them. So now you got 2 lives gone and he locked up, and the other girl that he was beefing with went to school the next day. We can carry on. This is what I mean about communication, problem solving, conflict resolution, and trauma, all in the same one. But if I'm beefing, yo, bro, I ain't even, that you know, I ain't whatever, leave it alone. I'm good. We talking about 16, 17-year-old kids,
That's
man.
unfortunate.
And it's sad.
Yeah.
It's sad. The other girl that they going crazy over, she went to school. She got trauma. She's sitting in the office shaking and paranoid. She done lost him and her and crazy. That's the scenario.
You know, help people like that.
Yeah. There's crisis hotlines and individuals that come strictly to you. They phone numbers you dial, you get caught, or if you come in, we can assist you that way. But yeah, that's a part of the criteria. You have to be able to assemble that because you don't got all the answers. So when people come to you, you're going to hear stories, you're going to hear situations, it's going to be like, wow, time out. Mm-hmm. And that's what your village is for.
Right. People around you. They say it take a whole village to raise
That's what your village is for, man. And like if you go
Yeah,
downstairs, we got a list of villages, of people that we call when we can't help. They lined up for everybody, lined up.
Okay, resources.
Resources.
I've seen something about the different companies, like what is it, Brown Systems.
Yeah, Brown, yeah.
You know, give them a shout out some of the different partners that you have.
Yeah, holistic health, Brown Girl Wellness, the Springboard program. The Springboard program, they helps out individuals that's completely homeless. They get them right in, $25 application fee, 1 bedroom. While they're in it, they get mental health services and they get job opportunities. Davis Loft, the Turk House. It's a slew of individuals that's been, getting services that we partner with. Can't do this alone, man. This city's serious.
What about Be More Green?
Oh yeah, Be More Green helps us out also. Yeah, Be More Green is very vital.
That's cool. So you bring the web together.
Yeah.
Made a positive structural foundation with the company. And you use your partners and all their resources to help out. I think that's wonderful. I commend you on that.
Thank you.
So at this point, I just want to know what make you believe that it's working from not just what you see, but for the future. What may be some of the plans for the future? What you believe that you're going to accomplish in the future with this program?
Just more insight, more awareness, man. More individuals, jobs, housing, opportunities, giving people hope. As you see on the wall, giving people hope. Some people don't have hope. Some people don't have the understanding saying I can push through this. Because once again, when you get them little stumbling blocks, you kind of stop. So I'm here to say we can keep going. And I show you that by demonstrating that.
Right.
Not just saying, here's a program. Here's a program, and I'm going to show you how the program works.
Right.
That's the difference with us and everybody else. People just in it because they in it for the moment. You know what I'm saying? I'm not here for a long talk. I'm here for a real talk. You know what I mean?
I like it.
No, I'm just saying I'm not. It's just strictly to the point. But, we get so caught up in trying to be who's who. Just go ahead and demonstrate the work.
I know you built some relationships with some of the people that you have helped with the program. I'd like to bring one of the guys in if you can introduce him.
Okay, Mr. Josh Wade. Come on in, sir.
I know who you are.
What's up? My name is Josh Wade. I'm from Baltimore, Maryland, and we here at FMK.
So Josh, what do you do? How old are you?
I'm 31.
Okay, what you do?
I'm an actor. I do acting. I live out in LA. I've been out there since 2011, so that's about going on 12 years. Met Jerel in 2009.
Was he at the program?
I met him at, we met at Job Corps. He was a Job Corps instructor. He started off as the RN, then he became my instructor. When I met him, I had somebody, they sold me a dream kind of. They were supposed to take me on a college visit. And I ended up bringing my football highlights to Job Corps that day. And I showed him the Jerel, I showed him to the class. And Jerel asked how old I was. And I told him how old I was. He asked me, was I trying to go to school and play ball? I told him, yeah. And I don't care where I go. I don't care if it's close to home, far away from home. And I took a chance. And he showed me that he wasn't a bluff. He just got straight to the point, called up Keon, rest in peace to him. And just showed me that he led by example. He got me a trainer, got me to college, paid for my finances that I needed while I was out there for 2 years. And I didn't really have to ask. He just straight got to the point and did it for me. Most people in my life, they'd tell me stuff but never follow up with it. Jerel followed up with it, no hesitation. I never had to ask or question him about it.
What were some of the lessons you feel like you may have learned by meeting him?
Confidence. He helped me, believe in myself more than I believed in myself. Helped me build confidence. I always lacked in consistency. He was consistent. And this coming from, well, he's family to me, but not biological family. But he was always consistent ever since the day I met him.
If you had one word to describe him, like I asked Mr. Wilson, what would be that word that you would use to describe him?
Man, one word.
One word.
A blessing. A blessing. He saved my life. I don't know where I would be right now if I would never met him. And I'm not just saying that because cameras around. I really mean it.
Thank you.
He saved my life.
Moody Media. Did it again. Did it again. Did it again.